Hello, this is Tom Locks at TEDxLiverpool. I'm on top of the fact building. I'm here with Tom Scott from Sky One HD's, the Gadget Geeks. How's it going? What are you here to talk about today?
I'm here doing a talk about the wisdom of the crowd. I'm hoping to get questions asked to the audience, and they're going to give their answers in real time over Twitter, which will then get pulled into the presentation to help me make the points at the end of it.
Is that something you come up with yourself? That sounds very complicated.
I've beta tested it once at an event called Better Culture in Leeds, and it worked flawlessly then. But that was with half the size of a crowd in an event that had really good 3G access. So hopefully it's still going to work here in a cinema screen.
That sounds fantastic. What kind of things are you going to get the crowd to participate in?
It's mainly numerical questions, because what I want to do is do the old wisdom of the crowds experiment and take the average of the answers, see how accurate they are. But what's interesting is how the crowd doesn't work on certain answers. Some of them they'll be spot on with, hopefully, but others they're going to be miles out on.
So the wisdom of the crowd being vast groups of audiences have a better understanding than one particular individual who might specialise in that subject.
Yeah.
How do the crowd sometimes not kind of go the way you want them to?
Well, the idea is that the crowd is good with general knowledge. If you ask them things like how many sweets in the jar, that's something that everyone can have a guess at. Okay. But if you ask them, so one of the questions is how many wind turbines are there in the UK? Right. Crowd's normally quite good at that because you've taken a train, you know how often you see wind turbines, you know how big the UK is. But the first question, the one that really seems to trip people up, may not with this audience, but one that really seems to trip them up is in the first season of Red Dwarf, how many times does anyone use the word smeg?
Really?
Yeah. And I've asked that to a group of sci-fi geeks, small group, they got it on the nose to within 0.2 of a smeg.
That's 0.2 of a smeg.
But if you ask a general audience who aren't that familiar with the series, they'll be way out because they don't have the domain-specific knowledge required. So that's hopefully my point.
So it's your generalness versus specificity.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is in real time, and for all I know, the crowd are going to be spot on with every answer. In which case, my conclusion will have to change to suit.
More tests will be required. Tom, thanks a lot for that. Fantastic,
Thank you very much.
brilliant. Thanks a lot.